Hello and welcome to another episode of Vegan Cheesecake, your favorite podcast all about vegan food. And
The Golden Girls.
that's right, I'm Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness.
And today's episode probably sounds a little different than we usually do because normally we're sitting in the same room recording together,
We
but
are.
today we are apart.
We are. And
We
I
are as
don't
social
like
distanced.
it.
We are as social distanced as you could possibly get.
Yeah, we
We're
really are. We're
we're well
practicing
be
like 20
yeah.
something miles worth of
I was
social
gonna
distance.
say we're well beyond the 6 feet. We are
We
we are good
are
to go.
well beyond it. But the
So,
love is still strong, though.
yeah, so I apologize for the audio. Won't be probably as good and crisp as it usually is, but hopefully, you can all live with it. We're all
Absolutely.
making sacrifices, right?
We are
Right.
sacrificing a lot.
But as always, we want to keep this light and stupid, so we're not going to get too serious today.
Not at
Today we're
all.
going to be no, we're going to be talking about episode 6 of season 2, Big Daddy's Little Lady.
Yes.
Which features our second appearance of Big Daddy, Blanche's dad, as well as the second man playing Big Daddy.
Yeah, this is not the guy that was in season one.
It is not. No, in season 1 it was Murray Hamilton, and in this season it is David Wain, not to be confused with local Cleveland comedian legend, director of Wet Hot American Summer, David Wain, totally different guy, playing Big Daddy in this one. He was actually in an episode of The Twilight Zone that I recently watched. One of the classics from the 60s. I think it was from the 60s. And he played a guy who made a deal with the devil so that he wouldn't be sick. It's very timely because he was a hypochondriac, always worried he was getting sick. He made a deal with the devil so he'd never die and be impenetrable. But didn't turn out so good because there's always a hook. So anyway, Big Daddy comes to visit, and
He
once again
does.
he has a surprise. Last
Yeah, he
time
does.
his surprise was that he was going to have a terrible music career.
A country music singer that did
Yeah,
not go as planned.
not as planned. And then this
No.
time he shows up and he's got his new I don't want to say her, I mean she's not like really young. It's not like he showed up with like some 20-year-old. She was a widow
No.
as well. She looked like she was probably like 40 or something like that, but considerably younger than him.
Very
And
considerate. And according to Blanche, probably her age.
yeah. That's I know where Blanche tries to say that she is 41 and
41.
Rose has the best comeback. She's like, oh,
Oh,
"You
you
look
look
terrible for your age."
terrible for your age. But you know what I love about that? Blanche just blows her off like, oh, you
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah. Oh, right. I know. She just walks away.
Like, she's like,
It'll
I'm
be
not
me.
listening to you.
And the subplot for this one involves Rose and Dorothy are entering a local songwriting contest to write a real cheesy song all about Miami and how great
Yes,
Miami is. And it's like
absolutely.
where she's like, Miami is nice, so I'll say it twice. But then Rose works it into the song where she says it three
Three
times.
times.
So yeah, that's not quite right. But they eventually get one, but they didn't. Spoiler alert: they don't win the contest. So,
No, they do not. But then, can
but
we talk about when did they
the
get
fact
the
that there's a
piano in the house?
the fact that a piano just magically appears in the living room, yeah, I know. I'm not sure if you ever see the piano again, but that happens all the time. Like, was it just an episode we were just talking about where you finally saw that they had a TV and a VCR right there? You don't always see everything on that magical fourth wall on the show. But if there was a piano right there by the kitchen entrance, I think we would have noticed that. My favorite line comes from whenever Dorothy and Rose are talking about being songwriting partners, and Dorothy references like, well, be like Simon and Garfunkel, and Rogers and Hammerstein, and then or Rose's great responses, or Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop.
Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. And Dorothy says she don't know if her hand will go all the way up there.
Yeah, all that
Listen,
that far up her dress. Yeah, God
right?
bless it. But uh, which is such a great line. But then Dorothy's like, but for $10,000, I'll give it a try.
Listen, I
So
would too, Dorothy. I'm just saying
Every, everyone has a price, and now we
that
know what it is.
they do.
Uh-huh. And but yeah, Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. I love that reference. I don't know how many people get that reference anymore. If you haven't, anyone under the age of 30 probably doesn't get the reference of
I
Sherry
know,
Lewis and
but
Lamb
that was
Chop.
so lamb chop. You know what else I was watching? Remember Madam? The
Oh,
puppeteer,
yeah.
Madam
No, I love Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Waylon Madam. That was so, man, I'm telling you.
Well, the next time whenever we're allowed to be in the same room together, I will show you this great thing I have. I have this great Madam like special. It's like a nightclub act. It's like Madam as like full on raunchy adult Madam, because anytime we saw Madam, it was usually on TV and you never got to see the full raunchy act. But I actually have a DVD of the actual thing that made Madam the puppet like so famous, like working all these like gay clubs and doing all these like really raunchy bits. It's really funny.
I definitely have to check that out when I come
Oh my
over
god,
again.
you will love it. It is really really funny. I'll show it to you and you'll die.
That'd be
Uh, a
so
friend of
awesome.
a friend of mine had the VHS and he ripped a copy of it and put it on a DVD for me, but it's really really good.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
But do you know what I really liked when Big Daddy came
hmm
and how Blanche, like, she starts like talking all kind of the southern slang betwixt them.
yeah, it's gonna sit betwixt. So yeah, Big Daddy comes back, and they're once again going to have a special. Dorothy offers to have the wedding at the house. They already had one wedding at the house in the first season. Of course, they don't
Yes,
end up having the wedding at the house, but I just think it's funny that they always want to have weddings at the house.
they want to have
And
everything at the
yeah,
house.
because have it at the house so we don't have to build another set. So
There we
yeah,
go. So we
but
just gonna have it here.
yeah, but I like whenever the widow Spencer, as she's referred to as, finally
Yes,
shows
she
up, and they
is.
say she's this beautiful redheaded woman who, they all Blanche immediately loses her shit over and is like, no, she's immediately decides she's a gold digger, and again, we never even got to know anything about that character. She was just kind of
Never.
there, and then yelled at, and then walked away.
Yep.
And Big Daddy stands up for his lady,
Yeah, he
and
does.
yeah, and as he should, quite
For
frankly, if
his
he's in
young
love with her
thing.
for his young thing. Who could blame him? Everyone deserves a young little hottie.
Yes, we
He's just,
do. Come on
and
through.
again, yeah, exactly. But speaking about getting dates and getting lucky and falling in love, let's not forget about the other little kind of mini subplot in this involves Sophia
So
getting
looking through the obituaries.
cruising the obituaries for recently widowed men
Yes, she did.
to
Yes,
pounce
she
on the opportunity. And I love that by the time she calls the one, some other widow has already beat
she
him
said
to her.
he can't go out with me. He's already taken.
Yeah, that
Wait,
it's like I always hear about people in New York that would do that, that would like, cruise the obituaries to find out like where apartments might be available. And now
right.
I find out that Sophia does it for men. That's a good idea. Maybe
Listen,
I'll have to do that.
listen. She said that well, I love when Dorothy comes in like, "Mom, of course he doesn't want to go out. He's grieving." She said, "No, that's not it.
No.
Somebody beat me to it."
Yeah, her friend beat her to it.
Yeah.
And but then later, whenever she gets a call from the guy who decides that she's going to go out with because I don't know, did that woman die already or whatever? But they're going to go see the movie Ruthless People. Do you remember
Right.
that movie, Ruthless
I
People, with Bette Midler?
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yes. And
Bette
what was
Midler,
that
Danny
guy's?
DeVito,
Yes.
And Judge Reinhold, and it is so awesome.
It's yeah, it's a
Really,
funny movie.
I think Helen Slater, isn't it? I can't remember who the younger blonde actress is, but yeah, it is. I love that movie.
Yeah,
I
that is a
love
good
love love
movie.
Ruthless People. So God bless Sophia for having good taste in movies.
Come on
It
now.
turns she doesn't just watch porn, like we found out earlier that she has a little bit of a porn addiction.
Yes, she
She actually
does.
she goes to the movies and sees some movies, so that's
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. That is
So
so funny.
and this one doesn't have a lot of like food stuff in it,
No.
except for it does have them eating cheesecake. This
Yes,
is
it
another
does.
cheesecake one. When Dorothy and Rose bust out the cheesecake when they're trying to think of what rhymes with orange, and Dorothy says, "Oh well, how about cheesecake?" And she's like, "Well, I guess that could work, as if
Right.
cheesecake and orange rhyme."
She.
They got their therapeutic cheesecake out though, for the three girls. But did you notice what Sophia is doing in the background while they're having cheesecake?
No, I don't. What was she doing?
She's sitting back there eating Oreos. Like they're not sharing the cheesecake with her, or she didn't want
She
any or something.
sure was.
She's just sitting back there. She has a little plate of Oreos and she's
She
eating
sure.
Oreos.
She is, which it. I still don't know how those are accidentally vegan.
They
I
just
don't know.
they're just magically accidentally vegan,
Yes.
and maybe Sophia was so we can say Sophia was accidentally vegan in this episode because
Yes,
we
she
never saw her eat
was.
anything that wasn't vegan.
Yes, she was. Gone, Sophia.
Oh, and Rose talks about making her hybrid crossbreeding a potato and a rutabaga to make a rutatada or a
Rutatada.
potato bega
Right.
or a potato bega. So I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you if you were making a cross between a potato or rutabaga, which of those two fantasy names would you go with, or would you call it something else?
Potato bega.
Potato bega. All right,
Yeah.
there you
That's
go.
it right there.
Hmm.
I think
I
that
like.
works.
I'd eat a potato bega.
Potato bega. But I remember you were my first
Hmm.
um you hit me to the rutabaga.
Yeah, you'd never had a rutabaga
I
because
had not.
you said
Black
black
people
people don't
don't
eat
eat
rutabaga.
rutabagas. I'm just saying, people. Well, I mean, they may. I ain't never
Uh,
seen none. I ain't
well,
never seen
you know what?
nobody.
Then next time you're at the grocery store, buy yourself a damn rutabaga. Next time we
Listen,
can go
no,
out shopping again.
I honestly got one from my local farmers market, and
Oh, great, excellent.
and I
Okay.
added it into some
Mhm.
smashed potatoes.
Yeah, they're delicious. It has a
They
great
are
flavor.
it,
Yeah, I
and I
love it.
was just like, I'm eating rutabagas. I was so pumped. I'm just saying, I really was. I was like, I'm being turned out to rutabagas. I was so
I love it.
excited.
Well, you should be. I love to make a mash with rutabaga, potato, and a carrot, and you mash those all together with a little
Ooh, that's
nutmeg
nice.
and a little marjoram. It's delicious.
I
If I
like
had
that.
a rutabaga, I'd make that for my dinner tonight.
Oh, that's
So,
nice. I like
so
that.
speaking of food, have you been cooking a lot since you've been in as we're all self quarantined right now?
You know what? Not for myself. I've had like
No.
orders for
Okay.
some of my clients and stuff, but other
Well,
than
that's
that,
good.
that's it.
No, it's keeping you
Yeah,
busy at least.
it
Hmm.
is, which I'm
I have,
grateful for, because hey, it's
mm,
hard out here.
I have been cooking all the damn time, and it's fun. I'm liking it. Having some good meals. I had one of my friends' birthdays was this last week, and so I made him a cake, and I had to go do a supply run, and he lived right near where that was, and he was supposed to be home whenever
Uh-huh.
I was gonna drop off this cake for him, but then he
That's
wasn't there.
right. He
He
wasn't
wasn't
there. And
there. So I decided I was going to eat his entire cake because I wasn't going to see him again because I'm
I
not going
love
out.
that.
So
Yes.
I was gonna let this cake go to waste. So I did an Instagram live with me just trying to eat an entire cake on my own.
I saw it.
And
It was awesome. I think you
well,
did awesome.
I did pretty well, but I did not eat the entire thing. I am going to have that video up on my YouTube channel in the very near future. I've just been having some tech issues trying to get it edited and put on there.
I
But
think you
anyway,
did
yeah.
pretty doggone
But
good.
But I did think it was funny that we always talk about who the hell wants to watch someone just eat something on the internet. We're making fun of these mukbang videos, and then I made one.
I,
So there you go.
but you know what? Yours was classy. There's some people, you know
Mine
what
was
I'm saying?
classy.
It was. It was classy
So
because
classy.
some of these people, I'm like, that looks so freaking disgusting.
Mm.
Like, why are
Yeah,
you
no, it
doing
is.
that?
Yeah, they're trying to be gross, whereas I'm eating off of my Le Creuset cake stand, so I guess that was
Right.
classy.
So I think it was very, very classy.
Thank you. Well, it was. I'm not going to say I regret it because it was fun to do, and of course the cake was delicious, or at least definitely the first quarter of the cake was
Right.
delicious.
Then it
The
kind of
second
gets
the second quarter of the cake was tasted good, but I'll tell you, once I hit that halfway point, oh my
Woo,
lord,
baby. Listen.
every bite was a challenge, and
Right.
I did not make it. I did eat about, I think, probably like 4/5 or 5/6 of that cake, so I
Yeah,
ate
you
almost all of
did.
it,
You did good.
and I was not hungry for quite a while. It was just, oh,
Right. That's one of those things you're like, you know what?
no,
I don't want to do
yeah,
cake anymore right
no,
now.
no
I
more
just
cake.
don't. I don't want
Mm,
to. You
oh,
can't make me.
it was terrible. I mean, so yeah, no more cake for a while, and but I've been pretty good. I've been actually losing a little weight while I've been eating at home because I have been good about my portion controls and stuff like that until I ate an entire cake. and then that
Right.
derailed everything. So,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
But you did good though.
I did do good. And I had a friend who posted a picture of a meatball sub on her like Instagram story, and then that made me want a meatball
Mm.
sub. But of course,
Right.
I didn't have any sub rolls, so I had to make some from scratch, which I had never done before.
Look
But at
at
least I did.
you.
And yeah, so I'm like, all these people are like, oh, the stores are out of bread. Just make your own damn bread. It's not that hard, you
That's
know.
like the truth though.
Yeah.
I actually made what I'm glad you said that because it did bring to my remembrance. I did actually make my own tortilla rolls, my tortilla
Oh, did you?
shells.
You made
I did.
tortillas. Awesome. Were they corn or
Yes.
flour tortillas?
Corn.
Corn. Oh, excellent.
I did, and
Mm,
I was so proud of myself.
you
And I
should be
didn't
proud of
post
yourself.
it because they did look a little X-rated, but I'm gonna
They looked a little X-rated.
yeah, they
Were you
looked a little
making were you,
X-rated.
were you making phallic looking tortillas
I,
again?
they didn't they tasted good, but they was a little suspicious. So, but it came out great though. But so I'm definitely going to redeem myself
All right.
with it.
Good. All
Yeah,
right.
and
Well,
then
I
I'll
look forward
post
to
them.
seeing them. I've never made
Yeah,
my own homemade tortillas.
it was kind of cool. And I
Yeah.
put them in the when I poured it out because I made it kind of thin, like the batter a little thin because I don't have a presser to
Uh-huh.
press the ball out, so I
Mhm.
did that. And I put in my cast iron skillet so we had like a nice little crisp to it.
Mhm.
I was
Mm,
excited.
sounds good.
Yeah,
And
I was excited.
did you use them for tacos, or what did you use them for?
Yes, I used them for tacos. I
Nice.
made some refried beans,
Mhm.
and I had some yellow rice with some jalapeno avocado like crema, and I had
Mhm.
that with some pickled cabbage I made.
Excellent.
So they were
Mm.
really good. I was
So
excited.
So for your kind of meals while you're at home, have you been just making like a big batch of something and then eating that for a few days? Or are you making different stuff every day, or what are you doing?
No, I just make whatever I want to eat just enough for that time
Gotcha.
because I don't want to, because I may have a taste for something else, or then sometimes I won't even eat for a while. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, I don't want anything to go to waste, so
Hmm.
I'll just kind of just, chill out with it and just make enough for what I want to do right
I
then.
gotcha. Hmm. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've been trying to do better about that because sometimes I'll make something and it's a lot, and usually I have people over and I go through stuff, but it's fine. But yeah, now when it's just me here all the time, I don't
mhm.
have, I don't want to eat the same thing 5, 6 meals in a row. But so I've been making a lot of different things. Like
Okay.
I made some of my like vegan pork fried rice. That recipe's on my website. I did that one day, but then I had
Ooh.
a lot of extra seitan. Like that recipe, the recipe that I have makes enough seitan for kind of 2 batches of that. So then I used that seitan and other things, but I did other stuff with it. Like I made like a barbecue seitan sandwich and did other
Nice.
stuff with it. So you make a big batch of something, but you do different things with it. So mix
Okay.
it up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Did I tell you about that beef stew I made?
You did. Mm. You posted a picture of that, I think,
Yes,
didn't
I
you? Yeah.
did.
Mhm. Yeah. That
Yes.
looked good. Made me
So
want stew.
it was really good. Yes, I can't wait to make it. And my cornbread was so
Mm.
good.
Yeah.
I just had to laugh with it because it was so good.
Food that makes you giggle. I like it.
Yes, it's
When
the
it's so
best kind
good.
of food. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh well, here we'll transition back to Golden Girls. Speaking of things that made me giggle, I loved whenever Rose is, of course, giving another one of her Saint All love stories, talking about Molly, the town manicurist, who would
Right.
buff more than your nails for $5.
Yes, she would.
And I love Sophia's response to that. She's like, in Sicily, for $5, you got a woman, a manicure, a cappuccino, and a box of Milano cookies to take home to your wife.
There you
Now
go.
that is a full service prostitute for $5. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
it
much.
is. Go ahead on. She telling the truth. She telling the truth. She said, "Let me tell you back in Sicily what we did." That's what she said. She
Yeah.
said, "Let me tell y'all, cause y'all up here tripping. I'm gonna tell you what we
Hmm.
did in Sicily, how we got
Mm,
down.
yeah.
Tell the
That's a,
truth.
that's a
Tell them, Sophia.
that is a good deal. That's all I'm saying. You don't even need to like the coupon out of like the entertainment book. You
Not at
just get all
all.
that. That's just on the
Right.
menu. It was. And I also like Sophia's other best line in this when she's talking about, she said something about like how, that people in their 60s and 70s can have great sex. And then Sophia says, yeah, well, that's with people in their 60s and 70s. But, put me with Tom Cruise and you'd be peeling me off the ceiling.
There she
So,
was. Listen, that's
there's an image.
back in the day. I'm just saying. Tom Cruise. Hey, the first Mission Impossible, he can get it. He probably don't want it,
No,
but he can get it.
he can get it. Well,
He can.
uh, I've met him and he was a nice enough guy. So, yeah, I think we've talked about
That's
that
so
before. So,
nice.
yeah.
Who
But,
else have you met? We're gonna do a separate podcast on the people that you met because we got Kathleen Turner. But you know what? That's one thing. It's like I love when people name drop with people that I know. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, really?
I tell people that I know Vegan Vicky, and that's the most important name I can drop right now. So,
Listen, I know it
hmm
is. You better let
hmm
them know. Hey,
hey, you got fans out there. People love you.
I think equally love me and probably look at me in disgust when they see me. Hey,
Yeah,
that's
but
my
well,
past.
that's
That was
that, yeah.
BV before veganism.
That's what we always say, or that's what we said at that when we talked about the episode with Frida Claxton. You're not
Yes,
doing something
honey.
right if you don't have at least one person show up at your funeral that's glad you're dead. So there
Listen,
you go.
there you go.
So you've done it
And
right.
Frida Claxton.
Frida Claxton.
But
So this episode, of course, Blanche eventually goes to. They have a lot of scenes that take place in hotel rooms. Like when they leave the
they
house, it seems
do.
like they always have a confrontation at a hotel room. Like Dorothy was just confronting Stan at the hotel with his, where she thought he was having an affair with Blanche, and now this one, Blanche goes to confront her dad, over things, and they patch things up in a wonderfully tacky like 80s pastel Florida hotel room. It's just the worst looking room,
I know.
and
And I'm like, are they all staying in the same hotel at these times? Because it's like they just do. It kind of looks the same,
they could be,
you
they could
know?
be, yeah. It
Right.
was,
Yeah, but I'm glad she, hooked back up with, the widow. What
mm-hmm.
was the widow?
The widow Spencer.
The
Yeah,
widow
she made
Spencer. She
she
was
made
not
she
a
made
bad
nice.
lady.
No,
Right.
because she
She
finally
wasn't.
realized both love Big Daddy and we want him to be happy. So there you
That's
go.
right. She was not a gold
No.
digger.
The only other thing I wanted to talk about in this episode, there's a passing reference to kind of a terrible human being. They made reference to Anita Bryant, like when they didn't win the songwriting contest, they said that the winners got their
Exactly.
picture taken with Anita Bryant, and most people don't remember who Anita Bryant
Yes.
was, but she was this conservative Christian lady who led a whole campaign, an anti-gay campaign back in the 70s. So I don't really have a whole lot of love for Anita Bryant. So yeah.
No,
Yes, she
she
did.
didn't. Oh,
Yeah, they
heifer.
should not have. Yeah, Anita Bryant. She was a singer, but yeah, she was not a nice lady in my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anita. But you know what? What I find, and a lot of people that always talk about something that they hate the most are the ones that do it. That's all I'm saying.
That's your theory. All right.
So Miss Anita
Uh huh.
Bryant.
I think
Hmm,
she's. I
hmm,
think
hmm.
she's dead. But and if not, I don't want to say I hope she's dead,
That's
but
all right.
I don't miss her.
No, but you know what? She died with a secret. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause everything I'm just saying, it's mostly all the ones that talk,
Well,
talk, talk about what they
yeah.
despise are always the ones that
Well,
do it.
there are. Oh, actually, no.
Hmm.
Apparently, she's still alive. So there you go. Anita Bryant still alive. And
Living with her lesbian lover.
well, that's your theory anyway, and that's your
That's my
theory.
theory.
And but it is true. Like there's a lot of those. Like there's that one politician who voted against. He was a conservative Republican politician who just came
Yeah.
out. He was like this actually really hot guy who, of course, was on like Grinder and all
Right.
this
And
stuff, but had voted against like all this like
right.
he was very like anti-gay and all of this.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
so
like
anti-gay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, it's something
Yep.
to that.
It happens.
Hmm.
It's
I'm just
true. Is
saying.
that
I'm
all you're
just
saying?
saying. I'm just That's
All
all
right.
I'm saying. And I mean, not to bring up this idiot, but Rush
Oh,
Limbaugh talking about all that, and he a dick, and he a
yeah.
crackhead. Come on now, come on, somebody. I'm preaching. Pass the collection plate.
Oh, oh, bless you. All
I'm
right.
just saying, what you preach about the most. Okay, we'll get back to the widow
Well,
Spencer. I get on my.
but we don't have much to say else about Widow Spencer because she was
I
barely a
don't.
character, quite frankly.
She was, and she barely had
Yeah, I
any
know. She
speaking
just kind of stood
roles
there most of the time, and they talked about her when she was around, but they never really.
when
Yeah,
she was in
it's
the
kind of
role.
weird. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh, that was
it's
so
very strange.
hilarious. Yeah, she was
She was a
in the
glorified
room,
extra.
and they just talking
Yeah,
around
for
her.
the person who's kind of the crux of the entire plot,
Hilarious.
she was a glorified extra in her own episode.
She was just there for to
Yeah.
be pretty.
Hmm.
That's she was just looking
Hmm.
wide eyed redhead. That's all.
Do you have anything else you want to say to the good people of the internet before we wrap it up today?
Oh, you know what? I do. I'm having a
You
pop up,
are
a carry out, a prepaid only at Birch Cafe. Yes, it's going to be on the 18th of
excellent.
April. It's a Saturday, but you have to prepay for your meal, and we're going to do a vegan soul food
Excellent.
Saturday. So you get fried
Hmm.
chicken, cornbread, your choice of sides and stuff, but you have to prepay, and it's curbside
Great.
service. So you won't even have to get out of your
That's
vehicle,
perfect.
and you can have a delicious meal. So yes, I am having a carry out
Yeah,
pop
that's
up,
great. Well, of course.
a curbside, prepaid curbside,
Gotcha.
something like that. Yeah, so that's really it
Okay.
right
Well, we
now.
were supposed to have the Veg Out Euclid at the end of this month, but of course that has been postponed. So I don't have any
Right?
events coming up right now. There's a chance that you might have some access again to the best damn brownies in the near future as well here in Cleveland, but that's in the works.
Holla.
And but for right now, just kind of check me out at bitchyveganhomo.com and
Absolutely.
Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest at Bitchy Vegan Homo, and on Facebook at BVH Show.
Right. Oh, I forgot to
Oh,
tell them where.
that's you.
Urbansweetness.com and urban underscore sweetness on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Excellent. All right. Vicky, and
Yes.
what?
And you know what,
What?
Dave? Even though we're miles apart, I want to thank you for
Aw,
being a
thanks,
friend.
Vicky. Aw.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.